pentaquark field. It's interesting, I think, to note that the scientific discovery of the existence of such a field would not have been possible without the endeavor of an enormous amount of scientists, people who brought about the construction, development, building, and finally activation of this machine called LHC, also called Large Hadron Collider. Now, if you think about this, what was actually needed to bring about such an astonishing piece of technology? Keep in mind the enormous amount of mining metals, melting, molding, engineering. Is an enormous, incredible human endeavor that no doubt would not have come about if there was not a condition, a possibility that it could come about. So looking at this moment of collision and considering that as a cause which has roots perhaps in an event that happened billions of years ago, then it's sort of a golden lead to the origin of this kind of intelligence that is able to do this magnificent things, bringing about technology, and actually putting that in some kind of a narrative. Could it be? And just, I wonder if that is possible. That all these religions are primary intuitions of what we will have to become in order to fulfill our potential. Now, anyone who claims, and this is for people who are very much into a religious mindset that is underpinned by traditional notions with regard to birth and death. For instance, the ultimate achievement of so-called aberrantship, one has come to a point that one realizes this is the final incarnation. But is it really? How can anyone be sure of that? I, for one, think the other option, this so-called bodhisattva, in which there are options for another incarnation and perhaps another incarnation. A blissful one, because you take aboard what you have understood about your journey. What I understand about my journey is that I just can't fathom that. I would be the only person on this planet who has made the discovery that actually explains how we derive what conscious actually is, a supernova. Self-similar consciousness, fragmented, fractal, self-referent. Thus we human beings keep that narrative content of the history of our history and the history of this planet, what sometimes is mistaken for Darwinian evolution, but it's far, far, far deeper. The pentaquark field contains an algorithm that brings about a conscious entity that is aware of itself as the one and the many. So being one of the many, seeing that there could be more of me, alike me, with a similar realization that indeed we are the blessed ones who contain this knowledge, preserve this knowledge, and that is what is called the Sangha.